Hey Tids, how you doing? Freddie LaChance, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Hey Rocket, how you doing? Well, I'm glad you're feeling physically a bit better, Tidders. And I'm sorry to hear about the brain gremlin side of it. Right, that's sorted. Things are a little bit higgledy-piggledy tonight. Hey, Mr. Mouse. Hey, Cypher. How are you doing? Hey, Kian. How you doing? Why are there so many good-looking Gundam kits? 'Cause giant robots are cool. Hey, RNG. How you doing? Okay. I've got to admit, I'm a little tiny bit nervous about tonight. I've done some extra setup to try and get stuff ready, because got me a mech. Oh, what kind of mech, Cypher? As you might have seen on Twitter, we're not working on the Tree Lord tonight. We're working on something a little different. So I've been doing some extra setup so that I can talk you through it a little bit. And yes, the Chomp Boy is sat next to me, underneath the microphone, as he likes to do, and making all the noise in the world, so I am sorry about that. Okay. Hi everyone. Hey Hulu, how you doing? Oh, cool, Cypher, that sounds fun. Yeah, so tonight I'm going to take my very first steps into something called Turnip 28. And I thought, instead of trying to explain it to you, we could take a look at how can I describe this? This isn't the rules. This is like a fluff text PDF. And I thought we could go through a little bit of it together so that you could discover a little bit about it. Oh yes, I saw that, Tid. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope they refund you soon. Hey Lynn, how you doing? Okay, so okay, but it was a turf that said that, Hulu, so one, they don't know what they're talking about, two, their opinions don't matter anyway because they're arseholes. So ignore them. You're lovely, Hulu. Hey, Mum. How you doing? Oh, okay. You rest well. I hope you're alright. And thank you for popping your head in, Mum. I do appreciate it. New comic concept art. Awesome. That's great, Lynn. Oh, okay then. That's fine, Hulu. Sorry, sometimes it's hard to tell when people are being sarcastic when it's just text. But yeah, you're lovely. Hey, Grox, how you doing? So yeah, by popular demand on Twitter this afternoon, 'cause the stuff for my Turnip 28 guys turned up, we're going to be looking at Turnip 28. Oh, Porthos, why? Okay. Okay, so Porthos is, like, resting his head between my knees. So that's weird. Oh, no, there we go. Hey! Demanding. No. Okay. So, I'm going to turn the music... Is the music okay for you folks? Because if it is, I'll just turn it down on my headset some more. Music sounds good. Right, I'll turn it down a little bit more on my headset then. It's like super loud for me and I don't know why. Okay. Oh, and I'm sorry if you hear my stomach grumble at any point. I have eaten today, but for some reason I'm just really hungry. But Slow's making quesadillas for tea, so should be all good. Okay, right. So this is, and I'm only going to say this once because it makes people go, yeah. This is issue 1 of The Swollen Maglet, which is kind of a fluff textbook and has some tips and tricks for, hey Podlord, how you doing? For putting together Turnip 28 figures, because there are not actually figures that you can buy for this game. You kind of make them yourself, which is one of the reasons I wanted to get into it. But you'll see in a bit. So, spooky face. And the art for this is really cool. Like, Turnip 28 is a really gross, but in a fun, silly kind of way, kind of thing. It's daft and funny, and just the right side of icky, in my opinion. So I'll do a little bit of reading if folks want. You want me to do some reading? Because my voice is feeling better today, as you might have guessed. Also, thank you whoever put lotion in the jukebox last week. I'm glad I finished in a fair play. Okay. So, a monstrous wave of lead hurtled through the mist. Screams erupted from the line as it hit. With a horrible crack, certain death deflected from the battered crest of Garrett's helm. Rusted shot tore through poor Victor, opening his chest and spilling his bowels. He went down with a splash, disappearing into the bog, his innards torn at by searching roots pulling him down into the mud. "Forward!" bellowed their captain. "Forward!" A riot of musket fire erupted in response. The sons of the Mandrake closed the gap. Their inquisitor pulled a disgusting, shackled hulk under with his eel hook. His brethren beat the enemy back with mouldy cudgels. In the midst of the whirling commotion, Garrett chewed and gulped down the undulating mandrake he had saved since the start of the pilgrimage. He suppressed the urge to vomit as excruciating power surged through his body. 3 enemy soldiers waded hastily towards him. Garrett thrashed violently, hurling screamed curses at their searching pikes before severing their limbs. For a moment the battle waned, and the soiling fog peeled away. Garrett stood alone in silence. He could see the remains of his comrades among the root-laden corpses of foul heretics scattered about the marsh. Unhooking a hatchet from his belt, he set about his grim work and settled in for lunch. Okie dokie, Hulu, you take care. Oh, Pudlord, I'm sorry to hear that. That is basically a glimpse into what this universe is like. It's, Oh, go on then, Porthos, if you're going. Make your mind up, sweetheart. There we go. He made his mind up. It is a grim, grotesque, alternate timeline. The world has been taken over by sentient roots, sentient fungus, varying degrees of historical weaponry and armour are available. You can see from this guy here. There we go. So there you go. It's 1,000 years after the defeat of Napoleon at the Battle of Austerlitz. The world has fallen into decay. Endless war has led to technology stagnating. And beautiful countryside have been ground to a thick ruin under the boots of 1 million dead men. They're all basically zombies. Nothing grows. Bizarre and horrible root covers the land, strangling the life from the trees, poisoning the water, and filling the sky with an acrid mist. Hey, Dammy, how you doing? We're just going through what Turnip 28 is before I start actually getting into it, because I know a lot of people don't know what it is. Yeah, basically titters. Now, one of the fun things I've seen about this is basically you can do whatever the fuck you like with it. And as much as there's sort of a setting that's laid out in here, sounds a bit like the lore behind Remnant. Oh, maybe. I don't know much about Remnant, I'm afraid. If we... See, the thing that gets me about this is I love the artwork. It's... For the most part, it's not utterly disgusting. It's just a bit, gross, nice, you know? Oh, and there's a map in here. I love a good map. Frog. Fair enough, tits. Yeah. You can basically do what you like. Oh, I love this guy. Hang on. I'll read you the stuff for this because he makes me smile. Look at the friend. Yes, Mr. Mouse. Hey, Sam and Raiders. Thank you so much. How are you doing today? And how did your stream go, Sam? Okay. So, this friend here, this guy was the first of 3 things that made me go, you know what? Oh, thank you very much, DMAC. You're a star. Also, hello, mate. How you doing? This guy was one of the 3 things that made me go, fuck it, I'm getting into Turnip 28 now, aren't I? So, Todd was once a dashing cavalry officer who, after a heavy night's carousing, decided to lick an amphibian radish for a bet. He became increasingly toad-shaped over the course of a week, and now, as a lumpy toad mutant, acts as a sword for hire to those regiments yet ignorant of his illustrious career. And that's Todd. I like Todd. He's cute. He's my kind of Gribbly. Morrowind happened. I went, oh, well, Oh, fabulous, Sam. It's drawn by the law of research. So yes, we're learning a little bit about Turnip 28 before I start having a crack at making my first Turnip 28 miniatures. But yeah, I really love the art in this. Hey, Mod, how are you doing? Are you saying he's not dashing now? Todd the Toad is a gentleman. Isn't he just? He is a beautiful friend. I love him. There's an editor's note later in the book that is just, where did you get the teeth from? Wait, I don't want to know. So there's a lot to do with this. If you're feeling creative, you can make your own heraldry. And they've got some tips on the kind of colours you might want to use and the different sort of things you might want to include. I haven't got it to hand. I thought about it and then didn't do it. But I actually made my own heraldry for it, not following the guidelines because I'm a rebel. I'm fatigued, had a day of work and then... Oh gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully the turnipy goodness will help with that. Love a bit of heraldry. Yeah, exactly, Pudlord. And it's also got these cute little comics in it, which give you another glimpse into the world. And they've got a list of the different crests you might see. But again, you can make your own. So there you go, there's an example. And this kit that's freely available on the Patreon includes a blank one that you can use to make your own. But we're going to get onto the second thing that got me into the idea of actually biting the bullet and doing this. The Flutterroot Bright Riders. It's a turnip moth. Not a turnip moth, a parsnip moth, sorry. But it's a moth. And I went, bugs? Bugs. You know what I'm like. I like bugs. Okay, and now we're getting into the bit that's really interesting. We've got some examples of some miniatures and some how-tos. This seems like a nice plant-based dark fantasy universe. Exactly, Pudlord. Really nice miniatures. And if you're interested in looking at more Turnip 28 miniatures, I highly recommend Kitbash Cat on Twitter. Does some absolutely fucking gorgeous Turnip 28 minis, and writes lore to go with them because she's that fucking awesome. Hey Buff, how you doing? But yeah, they're really cool, and you know it's simple but effective. But none of these are existing miniatures. They're made up of parts of different miniature packs, different sprues. A lot of 3D printed stuff goes into this as well. Love the copious amount played Dr. Aesthetics. I know, right, Sam? It's right up my street. Okay, so here you go. Here's the core tenets of Turnip 28. It's 28mm. Does what it says on the tin. Mr. Kitty. My kitty is still in the box next to me. Aww. Helmets on, visor shut. Yeah, there are no human faces on display ever, which is great for me because I hate painting faces. And technology stagnated at 1812-ish. A few sets of STLs for Turnip 28 bodies and heads. Oh, wicked Mod Hell, thank you for letting me know. She has a Patreon as well. Awesome. We don't believe in faces, only root. Yes, exactly. And it gives them that extra spooky feel. Now we're getting into the fun stuff. Oh, yes. This is my favourite Mystery Skulls song. Oh, yeah, it also gives you safety tips on kit bashing, which is great. I will completely ignore them. There we go, look. So you can see how it's made out of different component parts from different kits. No, go ahead, Modhell. By all means. Oh yeah, and you add tufts, like standard grass tufts that you'd normally put on a base, which is great. I love that. Everything's sort of gribbly. They've got tips on what materials you need as well, which is always good. So basically, hey MechFrog, how you doing? It's Wednesday? Thank you very much, Modhell. So if you've never done any kit bashing, mini modding, anything like that before, and you don't know what tools you need, if this is the first thing you've ever got into miniatures-wise, all of the stuff you need to get started is in here. Like, it tells you literally everything you could ever need to know to help you build up the confidence to go and do these things. It's great. Isn't it, Pudlord? It's fab. And yeah, it shows you how to like modify things so that they are in keeping with the aesthetic. It's great. Thank you very much, Modhell. I do have a timer running for that one, so hopefully, as long as TechSquig's playing ball tonight, there will be regular reminders for folks. If you do want to go and get started on this, all of the books and stuff that you need to get started, there's only a couple of them, they're all completely free on the Patreon. You don't have to be a patron to actually get access to them. Which is great. If you do want to back the Patreon, then you get access to additional stuff from what I understand, but yeah, everything you could ever want to learn how to do this is free, which is another reason that I've ended up getting into it, because tips on how to make banners. Hey Hans, how you doing? Ooh, lovely. It's a good job you didn't turn up earlier when I was reading the beginning fluff for this then. I hope your soup's nice. What soup have you got? And here we're getting into different kinds of miniatures that you might see. So it's not just root vegetables that are patrons in this. You've also got mushrooms, which appeals to me on a special level. These guys are fab. And these have been done by somebody within the Turnip 28 community. They're not by the original creator, from what I understand. It's everything here is by fans? Question mark? Is that the word? But they're absolutely brilliant. And this is quite a lot of conversion work, obviously, but you can do little conversions as well. If you're not ready to take the plunge into something this fancy, that's fine. Yeah, I love this. It shows you how to make the little mushrooms. Isn't that great? Like, step-by-step guide on how to make things. Hey, Duke. Yeah, I know, right? I was always really daunted by the idea of it, and last week after the stream, I was having a chat with Longfang, and he was just like, hey, all the stuff's free. Here's the link. I think you'll like it. Can we just varnish some actual mushrooms? I'm not sure that'd work. And yeah, going through this, I was thoroughly impressed by how newbie friendly it is. So yeah, how you doing, Duke? Another comic? Here we go. The third thing that got me into this. Please do not eat the green stuff mushrooms. Yeah, do not eat the green stuff mushrooms. I am a near constant noob. Fucking mood, Pudlord. But that's okay. Like, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing with this, but I'm excited about it, and I'm gonna have fun with it no matter what. Just throw a plant pot onto the field, depending how long you've had it, turns from a hero into a monstrous creature. Love it, love it. So these are the Enoki Knights, Mushroom Knights, and I think they're really cool. And these are made with one sprue of miniatures, which I have, some green stuff, and toothpicks. There's a toothpick. So it's really easy to get into this sort of stuff. It's basically how I approach writing. It's a good way to approach things. Hey, Cyborg, how you doing? Oh, hi, Porthos. I know how you're doing. Yeah. So, and the other thing, which we're going to get into in more detail in a minute. Oh gosh, Cyborg, I hope everything's okay. Yes, I believe so, Cypher. So this lovely piece of art is leading into sort of what we're going to be doing tonight. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Cyborg. Big hugs. Ashgaru. He looks like a fun guy. Hey! This version of the rules can be found on the Turnip28 Patreon. This is the... I said I was only going to say it once, but I'm going to have to say it again. This is the Swollen Maglet, issue 1. I will avoid saying it as much as possible, because I know how it makes people feel, but yes. TechSquig's supposed to be doing a timer for it, but seeing as it doesn't seem to want to do that, give me a second. Fucking love this song. Let's do a command for it. Just doing this live, don't mind me. Right. There is now a command !Turnip28 if anybody's interested. Right. So, yeah. Ashgaru is kind of what we're going to be doing tonight. And we'll get into it in a minute. It gives you advice on how to build them here. I don't have any oven-dried twigs, unfortunately, because I didn't have time to do them today. No, Tidders, because I did it in a hurry. Otherwise it would have been neeps, yeah. Get your neeps out. Got hit by a mild cold. Oh, Cyborg. Massive hugs. Hope you feel better soon. Because, like, the mild ones are the worst because you feel like shit, but not shit enough to take time off. Yeah, the Ashgara are really cool. And I came up with an idea based on them. So, I think I've given you enough of a glimpse into the world of... I mean, I'll show you the rest anyway. Into the world of Turnip 28. These things are so fucking cute, and that is such a cute use of a nurgling. Just look at it. It's adorable. I mean, I think the nurglings themselves are kind of adorable anyway, but it's fab, you know? It's just such a unique use of them. Another comic. Some people ride horses. Some more lovely art. It's just a very, very pretty setting in a weird way. Ooh. Sassy Nurgling is adorable. Sassy Nurgling is very fucking adorable. I love Sassy Nurgling. And I don't know Hans. I'm intrigued now, though. Oh, lovely cyborg. Well, I hope you feel better in time for your weekend. Sound like the voiceover guy on TikTok. Fabulous. We've got more fluff here, which I'm not going to go through. I gave you a bit of fluff, and that's enough to get you started. Oh, I see. Look at that. Isn't it wicked? Like, the whole thing is just so fab. But the art is so beautiful. And the miniatures that people have put together have been great. So, that's that sorted. Let's get to what we're here for, shall we? Mandrakes creep me out, love them. Yeah, same. Like, the whole thing is just... It's creepy and makes no fucking sense. It's that Knives Out Daniel Craig meme. Makes no sense. Compels me, though. Okay, so... I'll start off by just getting my camera cable out of the way so I don't rip my camera off my desk. Because you don't want that, do you? And you just be looking at my lap, and nobody needs that. Okay, so... Knives Out, for those who haven't watched it, fantastic, watch it. It's a very, very good film. Very well put together. It's nice to have a solid whodunit made in the last decade or so. Okay, so I'll start off by... Oh, bloody Nora Porthos, you're shedding, mate. My chair is just covered in grey dog hair because he's getting old. So, I'll start off by showing you the sprue of Perry miniatures, French Revolutionary, I think they are. I don't remember. French elite companies, I think they might be. I got this on eBay for around about £4. And this is the recommended start point. Swing the camera like a flail, take on the world. Nah, can't do that, Kian. It's a first-gen HD camera. It wouldn't survive being swung around. French Napoleonic Fusiliers. Thank you very much, Grox. I'm glad somebody knows what I've got in my hands. Because for the record, I know bugger all about European history. I don't pay much attention to like military history. So, I know they're French. Teach him to rub against their ethically sourced fur chair. Good idea, Mr. Mouse. So, it's recommended that you start by making your fodder, who are basically like your minion pieces, with a set of these guys. And okie dokie, Cypher, you take care. I hope you feel better soon. And thank you for popping your head in. Collect the shed fur and use it to stuff pillows. Or make tufts out of it. Then all my turnip miniatures will smell faintly of dog. Okay, Sam, you have fun. Enjoy your food and take care. Thank you so much again for the raid and for popping in. I hope you have a lovely evening. Yeah, so these are the recommended for doing your first turnip miniatures, because they're all you need for them, other than like some green stuff and some tools. So I ordered these. They cost me about £4 off of eBay. You can go to somewhere like Perry Miniatures directly and buy a big box of stuff, but really for something like this you only need a single sprue, especially only to start yourself off. So there are cheap ways of getting the stuff you need, and eBay is your friend. And on that note, I've also got these. So these are going to make up the main body of my army. Squad, crew, whatever they are. Clan, seeing as that's the technical name for what I'll be doing. These are from Warlord Games. Again, I got them on eBay. They were about £4 each, I think. Maybe slightly less, because I bought them all from the same seller. What is green stuff? We will get into that in a moment, Podlord. So, I've got stuff what is green, innit? Well, that is accurate. I could say those minis are well moulded. They will be. So these are the Ashgaru, which are what was used for the Ashgaru that I showed you in the book. But I've also got bowmen, and you can see there as well they've got where is it? Rifles? Muskets? Being very careful about what I say here, because I know I've got a few gun aficionados in the chat and I don't want to enrage them. They've got guns as well, so you can either have them as bowmen or as gunmen. And I got 2 sprues of these. Firearms! Yes, that works. I got 2 sprues of them so that I could have half bowman, half gunman. Because it's fun that way. And then I've got some pikemen. And you can tell because of the long pikes. So, those of you that are used to Games Workshop stuff will probably be thinking, well, these are a bit bloody small, aren't they? Pokey sticks. Ah, okay. Thanks, Tidders. A lot of people forget the samurai love shooting each other. Indeed, Kian. Which is why I wanted both. Because, you know, more fun that way, isn't it? More interesting. It's a major fad. It's almost like some idiots gave them a load of firearms and went, go on then, have fun. Oh, okay, I see. Thank you, Tids. This is how little I know. Yeah. So, you might be thinking they're a bit small, because there's one of the heads. Have I got... Yes, I do. Actually, it might be easier to show you with a full body. So if you look at this little fellow's body, and then you look at Vulpir's body, you can see he's quite considerably larger. That is because Games Workshop's miniatures, whilst being 28mm roughly, are heroic scale. And basically everything else in the fucking world is more akin to, I guess, true scale. So these kind of miniatures for me are a lot more fun to paint, because they make more sense in my head than heroic scale miniatures do. Daft as that may seem. I even believe GW Heroic 32 these days. Fucking hell. Yeah, that don't help. But I have seen some absolutely amazing Turnip 28 miniatures made out of GW models. Not just the Nurglings, but I've seen somebody that's actually Turnip 28'd some Space Marines, which was fucking brilliant. So if you've got like some Space Marines, or, you know, I don't know, some Sisters of Battle or whatever that you're not going to use, and you're just like, I could turnip that. You totally fucking could. The sky's the limit with Turnip 28. You can do whatever the fuck you like, really. There's a basic setting and an outline and a universe and stuff in the books. But people go beyond that. They play in the universe. They do what appeals to them with it. And nobody gives a shit. Which is one of the best things about it as far as I'm concerned. Because, as I've already admitted, I know fuck all about military history, other than feudal Japan. I like feudal Japan, it's interesting. Has nothing to do with my martial arts experience, obviously. Indeed, Modhale. It's like you read my mind, mate. Yeah, no, I get that, Hans. Painting heroic scale for me makes less sense in my head than painting proper scale, whatever. But yeah. So I am going to have a go tonight, first off, at clipping out one of our little French friends here and making my first Turnip 28. And then I'm going to have a go at making an Ashigaru, but without any twigs because I don't have any. So we'll figure something out when we get to that one. I mean, I've spent an hour, almost. I spent 45 minutes just telling you folks about fucking Turnip 28 and not actually building out. So, we'll see how it goes, yeah? But I hope you've enjoyed that so far. I hope you feel like you've learnt something, and I hope that there are folks that, you know, have discovered something that they might be interested in as a result. And that it's not been for naught. I know I've made a couple of people feel unwell, and I'm sorry about that. I really am. My one concern with having bought these on eBay is that, particularly where the Japanese ones are concerned, I've not got any instructions to assemble them, and I'm worried that, because I've never had any Warlord minis before, and I'm worried that, because with Games Workshop, if you cut the wrong piece out, it just doesn't fit with anything else. That I'm going to cut the wrong piece out on one of those Japanese sprues and just not going to be able to assemble my miniatures because I've got the wrong piece and have no idea that I've got the wrong piece. I mean, I'm hoping it's not like that. We'll see. Right. Let's go with this head here, because he's going to get his face covered up anyway. But I like the fact that this little guy has got his little feather thingy, whatever it's called. I don't know what the technical term is. If anyone wants to tell me, please go ahead. Sort of flopsy. He's looking a bit worse for wear. Plume. Yeah. Plume. We'll go with that. Warlord is still fairly interchangeable. More like the old GW plastic. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Modhel. slightly less anxious now. Slightly. We'll take a backpack. So, he's got one arm. Two arms. Okay. Two arms. Body. Head. Backpack. I think that's all we need for this guy. And seeing as I'm not painting something that is literally the same size as my hobby space, I can tilt the camera back downwards so you can see what I'm doing again. There we go. So, sorry, Cyborg. I'm so glad to hear that, Buff. I am glad that folks are enjoying me talking about disgusting zombie turnip people. I am very, very excited to do this, because frankly, I like to play about in worlds. I have never ever finished Skyrim. I haven't finished Fallout 4 though, for slightly different reasons. But I've never finished Skyrim because the second I can go off the beaten path, I do. And I just explore and I have fun. And I make up my own stories and I do my own thing. And I never get back round to the story. Like, I got my dragon shouts by accident, just by randomly wandering around, without actually doing the story to get them. She's like, ooh, a cave. Skyrim has a story. Well, quite. Love it. I don't know who put this in, but thank you. Makes me smile. And you can do that with Turnip 28. The reason I never finished Fallout 4 is because I went off the beaten path. I was playing it on the PS4 and I got a game-breaking glitch that corrupted all of my saves. The glitch in question, if anyone's interested, was that every time I fired any of my weapons, rainbow-coloured pixels came out of it, and the rainbow-coloured pixels didn't do any damage. And I came face to face with a fucking super mutant as that glitch occurred. And I lost so much playtime. I was devastated. I had basically explored most of the map and I'd only just gotten to Diamond City in the story. I'd just wandered off in the opposite direction. I'd got Curie unlocked. I'd been to every single explorable vault. And I was just like, I've wasted a week of my life on this game, and now all I can do is fire rainbows at my enemies, and the rainbows, they do nothing. And I couldn't go back to it after that. I was too embittered that I'd lost all of that time, all of that adventuring. You know? Firing rainbows is a nice thing, but it would be more helpful if they did damage, Pudlord. And it affected every single one of my weapons. It started in one weapon and worked its way through every other weapon I had. So I changed weapons, and it was like fucking Pokerus for guns. So sad. I was so upset. But that was another game where I went off the beaten path and I just explored and had fun and created my own stories. And I had so much fun in it that I built my own Fallout universe. I built a Fallout RP system so that I could do a Fallout RP campaign with my friends that never got off the ground because I never finished building the monster manual because there were too many monsters and I had to go to work. But I still have that. And one day I will fucking finish it. I have just noticed that the blade in this is damaged. So you see that there? That's supposed to be a point. I have been using this to work on my stomper. And turns out, Plasticard, not particularly forgiving. Oh, cool, Kian. I did not know that. Uh-oh. This is my last blade. I don't see your point. Well done, Pudlord. That was terrible. I'm proud of you. Right. Nice, sharp blade. Remember, folks. Hey, Destroyer, how you doing? A sharp blade is less dangerous than a blunt one when you're doing something like this. You can do a lot of damage to yourself with a blunt blade. Any kind of blade is dangerous for other people when I'm holding it. But this should also make tidying these little tiny bits up a bit easier. Especially when you use it that way. Yes, I know, Hans. Don't cut towards yourself, folks. Do as I say, not as I do. At the end of the day, if I injure myself cutting towards myself, the only person that gets hurt is me. I'm deliberately trying to cut away from myself now. Oh, that's adorable, Cyborg. Oh, Mr. Mouse. Tired and just got back from work. Oof. Well, I hope work was okay, Destroyer. And I hope you can get a little bit of rest and just chill out here for a little bit after a long day. Okay. So now I'm not cutting, I'm scraping. Deliberately with the intentions of getting that last little bit off that I can't quite get to by cutting. There we go. The one problem with such small pieces is that they are quite fiddly to clean up. But with practice, and also, you know, most of this stuff's going to get covered in mud and shit anyway, so you won't be able to see it if you don't tidy it up. And that's okay. Oh my god, Tidders, yes, I agree. Hey, Fresh, how you doing? See, sometimes when it's a straight bit like that, you can just put it, you can lean it against the table and just sort of scrape the excess off. And that's much easier. And safer. He's got a bit on his bonce there, so we'll off with his head. There we go. Right, so that's our little dude. 10 fingers is, if anything, just being greedy. Indeed. Ooh. I have no idea what you should do for lunch, but if you go off and get lunch and then come back, please do tell us what you had for lunch, because I love to live vicariously through people. We're watching me struggle through my very first Turnip 28 miniature tonight, as in I have literally never built one before. I'm just getting me destructions up. Where are they? I've lost them. You know what? Fuck it. Who needs instructions anyway? We'll figure it out as we go along. Had a big breakfast at a cafe. Nice. Spodhammer 40k, indeed. Okie dokie, hands. Ooh, a cookie. What kind of cookie, Kian? Ooh, another good choice. Who's putting all this good stuff in tonight? Because I think we're on to tonight's stuff, aren't we? Where are we? Who knows? Okay, so... What are we going to do with this fella? I think we're just going to make him a simple kind of fodder guy. I'm actually going to apply his head first and then give him his... Right, okay then, we are into the new stuff. Lovely. I'm just going to give him a little sand because I don't think he fits properly. There we go. Better. Okay. Not that it's going to matter much. I would kill for hash browns. Fucking mood, Kian. Life is always improved by a hash brown or 10. Okay, so my plan is I'm going to go really simple with this first one, and we'll just get wackier as we go along. So I'm going to assemble him, and then we're going to apply some green stuff. If I can get his head to stay on. Come on. Oh yeah. Uno, slightly dishevelled looking dude. Right. While we wait for that to dry out, I was asked about green stuff, and we're going to need some soon. So, this is green stuff. Shock horror. It is not currently green. Green stuff is a 2-part modelling putty. Comes in strips like this. Ah, Ukrainian flavoured green stuff. My favourite, indeed. So it comes in strips like this. It's usually quite cheap. I think I paid maybe about £8 for a massive pack of the stuff about 6 years ago, and I'm still using it. Like, I've got all of this left. Oh, dammy. It's a 2-part epoxy putty. There we go. See, I was going to call it an epoxy putty, but I didn't want to say something that was wrong, and my brain panicked. Yeah, so it's a 2-part epoxy putty. Thank you, Destroyer. Which can be used for modelling and for moulding stuff. I've seen people make green stuff moulds So I've knackered that bit there, but that's fine. So what you do to make your green stuff is you pull off a little bit of the blue and the yellow. It's fiddly when it's just poxy putty, indeed. Oh my. Fair enough, Destroyer, thank you. Okie dokie tids. So, yeah. You take your blue, and you take your yellow. Equal parts of both. Always remove the middle part. That's what I was told by a friend who does custom sculpts. You can do that, but you don't need to. Especially not for something like this. We're going to end up wasting a lot because I've pulled way too much off of the strip, but it's okay. So, and now you can if you want, Pudlord. Destroyer, do not worry about it. I am not negatively affected by the fact that you said that. I appreciate that you clarified for me. The one problem with doing shit like this on stream is that it can make you a little on the panicky side about saying things that aren't correct. Can make one part moulds with it. Just make sure you use some Vaseline or lip balm as a release agent. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's super sticky now. So there we go. We have a lovely lump of the finest green. Just gonna dip my finger. You didn't see me do that because it's off camera. Welcome back, Dammy. But I've dipped my finger in some water that I've got nearby just so that it doesn't stick to my fingers quite so much. Scabby bastard when it comes to spending money. Why do you think I bought the sprues on eBay, Pudlord? I weren't paying full price for them fuckers. Everyone jokes about it, but no one has made the Robocop theme with lyrics. I'm sure somebody has somewhere, surely. So we've still got too much for his helmet there. It really is Destroyer. Agreed. Okay. So I'm gonna start with a really small amount of green stuff and work my way up, because it's, in my opinion, better to have a little and then add to it. Yeah. I've misplaced my moulding tools, so I'm just going to use a toothpick instead. I mean, you're supposed to like have proper helmets for these guys, but meh. Again, you can do what the fuck you like with Turnip 28, which is part of its appeal, in my opinion. Oh, it does that sometimes, Mr. Mouse. I don't know why. It tends to be when the song title is really short or really long, it just goes meh. I don't know why. Okay. So I'm just sort of having a play and figuring out exactly what I want to do as I go along. Because again, this is my first guy. He's not one of my samurai, so I can just have a play and just sort of figure out what I want. I do Destroyer, but they're not on my desk. I suspect they are probably downstairs with the Stomper. See, the Stomper is so big, I can't work on it at my hobby desk because it doesn't fit on my desk. Which is why I'm not working on the Stomper on stream. Oh, yeah, Pudlord, I was like that for ages, and then I fell down the turnip hole last week, and here we are. I did the same with Airsoft. Yeah, it's easy to do. If you find something that really... well, it really impassions you. Is that a word? Then it's so easy to just fall down a rabbit hole with it, and as long as you don't put yourself in jeopardy in doing so, I genuinely don't think that's a bad plan. It's not a bad idea. Do things you love. Oh yeah, I get that, Destroyer. I did the first piece of art that I've done in... oof... about 6 months. Well done, Cyborg. Well fucking done, mate. So I decided that there was slightly too much in the face area. For now. Hello, Longfang. I hope you're doing well today. I suspect you're probably lurking, so no need to respond. Yeah, there we go, lurking. I mean, to be fair, mate, you did put something in the jukebox, which immediately alerted everyone to your presence. And D-Max having a lot of fun with the shout-outs tonight. Right. Turnip fallout. Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Oh, which one have you put in? Okay. So I've added another little bulb of green stuff onto his face. And at the moment he looks a little bit like a cartoon parrot, not gonna lie. But we'll get there. Oh, a posture check and a stretch. Give me a second. The one problem with working with green stuff is that it does dry. And I need to get in there as quickly as possible and one of the many uses of longer nails. I'm just going to put that there. Ha-ha! Oops. I'm going to do that first. So yeah, I totally just licked my fingernail. I hope folks weren't expecting like a nice tidy stream. Not on my good gremlin-y channel. This is a Perry Miniatures French Fusilier. Thank you, Grox, for reminding me what it was I'd actually fucking bought. Just him for now, as this is my first and is sort of a test. Just to get me back into using green stuff and to get me having a play. Right, I think I can leave that for a second whilst I sort that stretch and posture check out. Thank you, Mr. Mouse, for being concerned about my spinal wellness. Shit, have I taken my meds today? Yes. Yes, I have. Haven't because I can't. Why not, Tids? Yet. Oh, okay. Sorry, I panicked for a second then. Oh, was the volume on that better, by the way? After the difficulties last week. Oops. Much better. Yeah. Thank you, Slow, for the ominous laugh in the background there. Now, do I want this to be like a Plague Doctor mask, or do I just want to drop him? He does look a bit like a clanger right now, doesn't he? In fact, I think that's just answered my question for me. Now he's a tapir! Is your house not filled with ominous laughs? When Slow's here, yeah. Which at the minute is most of the time. And I don't know if it was a Seth Rogen laugh, because I don't know what Seth Rogen's laughs sound like, and I suspect I want to keep it that way. Yeah, okay. So, looking at what they've done in the instructions on how to make your turnipy helmets. No, Dammy. Thankfully. The dog would hate that. Actually, where is the boy? Oh, he's know what that means? Behold the boy. Okay. Yeah. Him sleep. Yeah. He had his tea before the stream started, and now he's sleepy. The goodest of boys. Yes, he is. A friend of mine had a tooth pulled this morning, and asked on Twitter for cute animal pictures. Okie dokie destroyer. And I sent them a picture of Porthos on his back, smiling, like big pupper grin. Some folks may have seen some of those pictures when I posted them the other day on Twitter. But he's just got such an infectious smile. Like you can't have a bad day. I did not, and I should have done. Then again, they're in New Zealand, so I'm not sure I'd be able to get it shipped to me. Though I am wondering where I can get some teeth from. Okay, I think that'll do nicely. But I'm gonna give him... Hopefully this doesn't go horribly wrong. And I think the other one needs to go about here. Little eye holes. It's nice if you can see where you're going, isn't it? Which is illegal to have a bad day with Porthos's smile. I know, right? Got angry eyes. I mean, he looks kind of like a Moomin went to war, but I'm okay with that as a start point. Just gonna pinch his nose a little bit. Got your nose. The more messy the better, indeed. It's all gonna get covered in grass anyway. In fact, you know what? There we go. He's got a melty eye hole. I'm gonna have this side just be really messy and then this side not. Moomins fighting the Soviets during the Winter War. Exactly! I mean, we could totally fucking do that in this. Again, one of the most joyful, beautiful things about Turnip 28 is you can do whatever the fuck you like. So, let's have a look at how these arms fit on, shall we? He's a messy bloke. Yeah, exactly. Well, who knows how many times he's died. Oh yeah, that's going to be nice. Everything in turnip is messy. Yes, exactly. Nearly put my glue on my green stuff then. That would have been bad. Just put the lid back on that because that is fucking strong. Don't fancy getting high on stream tonight. So, couple of things. Normally, any other situation, I would say, don't put the arms on. Because you've got to paint him first. But this is Turnip 28. It don't fucking matter. And also, on a similar note, you may have noticed that there are some mould lines and some little excess bits here and there that I haven't been my usual anally retentive self and removed. Do you want to guess why? Say it with me now. It's Turnip 28, it don't fucking matter. So, this is going to be the messiest miniature I've ever painted, and that's exactly how it's supposed to be. It's kind of exciting. Isn't it great, Cyborg? Like, I love the stuff that Kat posts on Instagram and on Twitter. She's so talented. She is turnip goals for me. In fact, when I first started toying with this idea last week, I dropped Kat a message and was just like, your stuff for this is really cool. I have no idea how to get started. Help me. Teach me. Dino Nuggy 55, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? And thank you for... Oh, you booker. Thank you for expressing concern for my spinal well-being. Yeah, I'm glad you did too, Longfang. I really am. I did say I didn't need another fucking hobby, but here we are. Would I be the hobby squig if I didn't have 15,000 fucking hobbies? What am I doing, Dino Nuggy? I am building my first Turnip 28 miniature, having only recently gotten into it and picked up the stuff. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. Just sort of experimenting at the minute. Fuck, this is a song I haven't heard in a while. Oh, there was one other thing that I haven't shown you that I got for when I'm feeling brave enough for my actual turnip dudes, rather than this fella. Oh no. Oh, it's fine. I've just damaged the green stuff a bit. It's fine. I've got the basic shape, that's what matters. You see how he's got all that crap on his fingers? Doesn't matter. It's a miracle he's got all his fingers. From what I understand, 10 fingers is a luxury in Turnip 28. He looks a little bit like a mole, and that kind of makes me happy. It's like a mole knight. Urge to give him a tail is rising. Little mole tail. Nope. He does look like a mole, though. That makes me so happy. Okay, just going to leave him there for a second. Gibtail. You might have caught a glimpse of this when I first came over to the hobby station. SM Horizon, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. So, for those of you that follow me on Twitter, you might have seen a blue and yellow, circular symbol that I put up, that I'd drawn tail end of last week, like Saturday or Sunday, I think I put it up, for the Kabimushi clan. Kabi being mold or mouldy, and mushi meaning insect in Japanese. That emblem, which I don't have to hand to show you all now, because I'm not that organised. Oh really, Horizon? Well, I hope you're having fun. This is very new to me and I'm very excited about it. So I modelled what I'm going to be doing for Turnip 28 on an actual clan of Japanese warriors called the Taira clan, whose emblem, or mon as it's known in Japanese, is a swallowtail butterfly. And as regulars to the channel will know, I'm a massive fucking bug nerd. So there was no way I was going to go into Turnip 28 and not find a way to have insects as part of my little crew. So bug warning for those that don't like bugs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Behold, a friend. He is for my Turnip 28. I haven't quite decided what to do with him yet. But a fine mount. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of having him as a mount for one of my bowmen. Or 2 of them. Because you could probably fit 2 on there. Isn't he beautiful? This is a Bones miniature. Found him on eBay for about a £5. eBay win again. The beetle is now exiting the screen. For those that don't like bugs, you can come back now. So, bronze cannon. Oh, that's a good idea, Grox. I like that. You're a genius. Great minds, Modhale and Grox there. And also, I've been talking to Modhale about this. My Toff character, ninjaed by Grox. So, in Turnip 28, you have your fodder, but you also have sort of your commanding officers who don't do anything other than issue commands and, air quotes, look pretty. And those ones are called Toffs. And my Toff piece, Modhale is literally the only person that knows this at the moment, is going to be sat in a geisha cart, like a old Japanese carriage type thing, which, if Modhale is still okay with it, will be pulled by a 3D printed cicada. I'm only a little excited, honest. Okay, no, I'm lying. I'm very fucking excited. Hey Shay, how you doing, mate? So, yeah. The main themes of what I'm doing for Turnip 28 are feudal Japan, insects, especially things that you would easily come across in Japan, so beetles, cicadas, that kind of side of things. Maybe, just maybe, if I can find one, I'll get a really nice swallowtail butterfly and, like, do it up all Gribbly Mothra, because that'd be really fucking cool. And yes, I know butterflies and moths are two different things. Beside the point, you know what I mean. And cordyceps, which for those that don't know is a type of fungus which is very well known within some circles as the zombie fungus, which takes over primarily insects, often ants, and makes them into little mindless zombies that just do whatever the fungus wants, and that is so fucking cool. Oh yeah, Japanese hornets. If I could find a 3D printable Japanese hornet, fuck yeah. Cordyceps is freaky, and I fucking love cordyceps. I think they're so cool. Have done for years. I'm weird, I know that. A lot of you folks have come to expect this kind of weird shit from me. I myself am strange and unusual. And frankly, I never used to get excited about this kind of stuff in public because people thought I was weird. But you know what? I'm just going to fucking do it from now on. I like being who I am. And that includes, like, weird zombie fungus people. Eat them as a high-class luxury in Japan. Well, I found out the other day, actually, Horizon, that you can buy powdered cordyceps from health food shops. And I was just like, please tell me that's a different part of the cordyceps genus. Like, what? Why? why would you... What? Oh, I know, right, Modhail? The Shiitake clan. Yeah, exactly. That was kind of how I felt, Modhail. I was just like, oh my god, I could do feudal Japan. Yes. And here we are. So here's my first little attempt. Very basic. Takenashi. Yes. And that's how the rest of us really started. Fabulous. If you do a hornet, warn us, because I will definitely feel the urge to burn that with gasoline. Fair hands. I will be going back to the Tree Lord on Friday, for the record, folks. So if you're not fond of the what's going on with the turnip, it's okay. We'll be back to a big tree on Friday. But you... More like fungal Japan. Well done, Cyborg. I do not have a good joke button on this panel. I wish I did, because I actually really like that joke. Well done. Gold stars. Can someone give Cyborg a good joke, please? Thank you, Tids. Big spoopy tree. Yes, exactly. Now, he's got his melty face. I feel like we should give him some rooty feet. What do we think? Feudal Mushroom Kingdom. You could, Pudlord. You could do, like I said before, you can do whatever you like in this, and that's part of the appeal of it for me. Because, fuck the rules. The rules are more like guidelines anyway. I just realised something. His Empire of Dirt. I wonder what his patron route is. Oop. Melty face, mouldy mask. Yeah, definitely. I was rewatching In the Mouth of Madness last night. I should have taken some fucking notes for today, shouldn't I? I mean, I didn't know I was going to be doing this today until a couple of hours ago, so... Oh, sounds like the neighbours are having a fight again. Fabulous. So that was really easy. Just giving him a little Groot foot, basically. Just gonna... Oh, it is still on. That's better. It's just powdered zombie fungus. Fucking hell. Thank you for letting me know, Mr. Mouse. What the fuck? Like, why? Does it have some sort of medical properties? What's up, Porthos? Are you upset because people are eating powdered zombie fungus? Yeah, me too. What's up, bub? Can you hear him whinging? It's either he wants something, there's a storm coming, or he's just annoyed that I'm not paying attention to him. He's gotten really bad for that lately. Okay, a little more. Thank you for the treat for Porthos, Mr. Mouse. I'm just going to put him down while I... So I don't want to throw my little turnip dude to Porthos, do I? Because he'd bloody eat him as well. I'm sad to report he failed to catch the treat. But he has stopped whining, so I guess he was just demanding treats. Out of interest, Longfang, was this the track that you put into the jukebox? Hey, I'm okay with that. It's my favourite piece of music from anything Lord of the Rings. Just checking it was you. Okay. I couldn't get this foot to do what I wanted it to do, so I've just sort of added an extra tendril of green. And I'm not even going to make it tidy, because, well, you know the drill by now. Would it be anyone else? It has been added by somebody else in the past. I can't remember who it was, though. Because it's been added on a Friday stream when Longfang hasn't been here. Due to other stream commitments. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna... You see that? That's really cool. Like that, just one long toe? Question mark. So I'm gonna just do that with it so that it's not getting in the way of the base. I'm going to turn it around and curl it a little bit. I think I'm going to have to put him down for this. Oh no, there we go. Just have it wandering its way over there. Oh yeah, Misty Mountain's lovely, Mr. Mouse. See that? That's really cool. I'm sorry. This could be considered me tooting my own horn, but I am really pleased with how his feet have turned out. I'm gonna scratch his face up a little bit now that the green stuff has dried a little bit. I want him to be a bit more melty. Now, I'm with Tids on this one, Longfang. Not often enough. Your renditions of Lord of the Rings songs are wonderful. And it's always a delight to hear them. Model files, as in get off magnets, as in model files. Because yes. Okay. Let's see how we can make him more planty. I'm actually thinking I might put some green stuff on his hands. And give him root hands as well as root feet. It'll make using his gun a little bit difficult, but oh well. What do we think, folks? Let's make this a stream built turnip dude. What would you like to see on him? Cordyceps on his head would help. I totally could. Any flowers on him? See, I would like to add flowers, but I think that is probably a bit too far out of the turnip range. Unless power armor. I'm not green stuffing him some power armor. Bloody hell. I am a moss. Actually, that is a good point, Mr. Mouse. Hang on. So, this is a really good opportunity to rep one of my favourite hobby supply stores. Oh, that's glass. Don't want that. I bet it's all in box in it. Because I don't need it right now. Okay, but I'll show you the dirt. The dirt's going to come in handy soon anyway. So, I have tubs of dirt. I also have flowers and various different kinds of moss, which I can't get to at the moment because I wasn't expecting to need them today. And I'm quite tightly packed into my hobby corner. So normally when I'm going to be doing something on stream, I have an hour after work before the stream starts in which to pull out all the things I need and prep them, and I just did not have enough time to get everything together today. But these are from Rival Crafts, Rival Scenics, you may know them as. They do all sorts of cool stuff. They also do boxes of glass, little glass shards. I have tubs of dirt, this surprised nobody. Fuck you, D-Mac. I mean, accurate, but fuck you. I've got a jar of dirt. Yeah, a little bit. It's a little bit like that. It's more like a tub of dirt, but... Oh, yes, Mr. Mouse, that'd be very cool. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can get to any of the... I can, maybe. Just... watch me wiggle. How the fuck did I even get that in that corner when it won't budge now? Here we go. So, is any of that the moss? Yes! Haha! Right. So, I've also got varying shades of preserved flour. Which is quite nice. I mean, I could maybe get away with using the yellow ones or the orange ones. Tub of Dirt is my new band name. Love it. Maybe even the red ones. Oh gosh. That's awesome and terrifying, Mod Hale. Send me the link through Discord or Twitter. I'll take a look. But the thing that I wanted to show you that I wasn't sure I'd be able to. Hair moss. I love this stuff. I've used some of it on Squiggy Hill, so you might have seen it before. But it's got this lovely sort of tendrily shape. And what I'm thinking I might do is have some stuff that's just covered in some of this stuff. Hair moss. Now, the one downside to Rival is that they have all this glorious, beautiful, preserved plant life. But because it's actual preserved plant life, it can run the bill up a little bit. So don't do what I did, get overexcited and buy a fuck ton of their stuff and then not have any money for 2 months. Thankfully it was my birthday month, so I'd got a bit of birthday money to spend, but I do want to go back and buy more moss though. They have loads of different moss and they have twigs and all sorts of fun stuff. But yeah, Rival are really good for stuff like that. But, you know, if you can't buy Rival Scenics, then homegrown and baked in the oven is fine. I don't know what you mean, Longfang. I saw preserved flowers, I got overexcited. What can I say? Right. What have I missed? I don't think I've missed anything. And welcome back, Tids, in case I didn't, if I didn't welcome you back already. I got overexcited about plants, and then I forgot where I was, which is very on brand for me. Yeah, okay, so I found all those really cool 3D printed miniatures and I added $130 worth to my cart. What of it? I didn't buy them, that's the important thing. I put the expensive thing in my shopping cart and I walked away. Feeling very called out right now. Okay. So, cordyceps for this guy. I'm not going to do that with green stuff. Not entirely. We're going to use one of my other myriad random bits of tad. Yes, Longfang. Random thought. Not in that one. Yeah, I have an impulse control problem. Those of you new to the channel won't be used to that yet, but I am aware of it. And, I don't care. I spent a long time trying to be well behaved and, here we go. Ooh, yeah, I probably could, Longfang. That would be really cool. You're a genius. You're good at this. Why aren't you doing Turnip 28? So, for the cordyceps. Fabulous. You know what we need for this? This is how I'm going to be making my cordyceps. Jeweler's wire. This stuff, super fucking cheap. You can get a massive spool like that from a craft store or online for as little as a £5. Comes in all sorts of different thicknesses, so you can do different thicknesses of tendrils and stuff like that. It's really mouldable, really pliable. And I have had this for a decade. I've had all of these for a decade because I used to make jewellery. Before I got my first office job, I did sort of odd jobs and stuff like that, and I ran a jewellery store out of my bedroom for a while, like 2 years. I made quite a fair bit of money doing it as well. But yeah, I made my own jewellery, and this is leftover stock from when I used to do that. Now, if I was doing jewellery making with this... Hey, you know me, Longfang. I can't sit still. I've always got to be doing something. Hey, Hibby! How you doing? So normally, if I was making jewellery with this stuff, I'd chuck this away. But I really like how like warped and wiggly it is, so we're going to use it. Everyone needs a side hustle. Yeah, exactly. There was a point in my life when I had about 4 side hustles. Oh, cool. How's the drawing going, Hibbs? Hibby is a very, very talented artist. And I keep meaning to send you a message about that commission that I was going to get you to do. I keep bloody forgetting. Okay, let's not go too over the top because I don't want the poor bastard to fall over. But let's go with... Yeah, I think if we go to about here... I like that little curve there as well, so we'll take that too. Now we are going to need to put something on the tip there. Otherwise... he's going to be a bit too sharp. And we do not want that. But yeah, so let's have... Just going to insert this into his face. How much green stuff have we got there? Not a lot. Okay, so... Time to get the lump of green out. Now... The lump of green has started to dry out a little bit. This is the one problem with making lots of green stuff for something. You end up either throwing it away because it's hardened, or having to constantly massage it so that it goes soft and stays soft while you're working. I tend to end up throwing it away. I'm terrible. I need to get better at my green stuff portioning, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake, Tidders. What am I going to do with you? So we're just going to give him like a little, for want of a better description, bubo on his shoulder. Lovely little lump. In fact, what I might try and do... We'll see how it goes. Should I get a load of clay? Do you want a load of clay? Would you use a load of clay? You know, thinking about it, Pudlord, you do quite a fair bit of writing, don't you? I bet you could have a whale of a time writing stuff for Turnip. Up you go. There we go. See, he's got a friend. Monster clay is fun. Yes. Okay, so we've got one big cordyceps coming through there. What I think I'll do is, this is a smaller gauge wire, so it's easier to handle. See? If I just... Long nails win the day again. There you go, look, you can sort of see that they are slightly different thicknesses. So what I'm going to do... Oh, thank you very much, Hibby. Actually, before I forget, the nail polish that I'm wearing underneath the sparkly gold spots was a gift that was sent to me by Torpor. It's really, really cool. In this light it looks sort of silvery black, yeah? But under certain light it looks blue or green. It's really cool. It changes colour all the time. Every single time I join this stream I'm instantly like, what the fuck is going on? Well, I suppose at least you'll never be bored here. Mike, how you doing? We are playing with Turnip 28 today, Mike. If that, you know, clears anything up for you. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do... Hobbies. Accurate, Mr. Mouse. Do love a bit of accuracy. Okay, my options are... I super glue it on. Hibbies and hobbies, indeed! On the plus side, we're both here, which means that neither of us is Batman. That's how that works, right? I spent the last 5 minutes trying to figure out what all the turnip talk was about. Right. So I am working on my first ever miniature for a game called Turnip 28. Mike. If somebody could !Turnip 28 in chat so that Mike can see the link to the rules, I would be most appreciative. I'm being really nervous about this because I don't want to... Beautiful. Thank you very much, Tids. Sorry, Cyborg. I mean, I'm not. But... I kind of am. Come on. Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. I'm really nervous about destroying his lovely wobbly toes. Like, look at those. They're so cool. And I don't want to get my thumbs all over them and knacker them. Really proud of how that one turned out. Okie dokie, Tids. Have a good stream. Take care. And thank you for modding today. It was most appreciated. Right. So now... You know what? I might keep that one long and just have it... Oh. Wend its way over there. What I'm going to do is take a little bit of green stuff to sort of fix it in place. He's rooted, he ain't running off. Plead the fifth, but yes, consequentially that means we are both actually ghosts. Oh shit! Been dead ghosts the whole time. Damn! That's why Bruce Willis keeps harassing me. Okay, so... Nope. He's used their hobbies. Ruh-roh! I mean, all he'd have to do is look in my storage and he'd see all of the hobbies that have died in this room. Right, let's try this again. This is so fiddly. I've got fucking tweezers. Why am I doing this the hard way? Because it's still hard that way. That's why. Nope. Okay. New plan. There we go. I have 2 pairs of tweezers. This is slowly becoming like surgery. Forceps. Nope. It's not going to work. Okay. Give me a second, folks. I need him close to my face for this. And I also need wetter fingers. There we go. There we fucking go. Right. Oh, it is The Who. Thank you, whoever put The Who in. Been a while since I listened to them. Oops. So, what I think I'm going to have to do is just wait until that's a little bit drier. What I'm going to do... Second is up. Is I'm going to take a tiny little bit of super glue on a different toothpick so that I don't accidentally put it in my mouth. Oh, I knocked him over with the tweezers. And I'm going to just super glue around the bottom there. I'm just going to pick his toe back up because I just stuck my thumb in it. There we go. Right, that should be okay. Just got to wait for it to dry a little bit. But I think he's looking quite cool. So you know what the plan is with this little fella, because I'm not going to be able to finish him off tonight because I've got to wait for things to dry. Once this piece is dry, I'll start shaping this so that it's more tendrily. And then I'll get some green stuff and sort of wrap it around the wire to make a very thin coating, just so that everything's a consistent sort of texture, and so it's not shiny. And then I'll put little spore caps on various points, because for those that don't know, cordyceps don't stop at a cap. They have like a little bulb and then they continue going, and they'll have like little branches that come off of them and everything. That's why I like them. They're kind of tree-like for fungus, and I think that's cool. So that's the beginnings of my first ever turnip dude. And I'm gonna call him Lieutenant Practice. Now, I can either finish up for the day, or practice. Yes, Pudlord, perfect, beautiful. Or parsnip practice. Love it. I'm actually going to push him so that he's leaned up against the box as well, so that the wire doesn't fall over while it's drying. Boop. Or I can have a crack at making a start on one of my feudal Japanese guys. What do folks think? Because I'm feeling a little bit braver now, having worked on Lieutenant Practice. How confident do I feel? Well, confidence is a funny thing. Strudel Japanese. Strudel. I've not had strudel in ages. Fuck it. Where are my pikemen? Let's have a crack at a pikeman. Or at least start having a crack at a pikeman. Now I think I'm going to use the Inoki Knights for my pikeman as the basis. So let's have want that one. Being able to do this really slapdash and not worry about how pretty it is makes me very happy. Because I normally get really retentive about that stuff, as folks will know from previous build streams. Which one haven't I done? This one. Eat. There we go. Yeah, it's nice to not stress about it. And to just sort of go all in and be like, yeah, let's fucking do this. I think it's very liberating to be playing around. It is a little fiddly, yeah. It's very liberating to be playing around in a system where nothing is perfect and nothing is pretty. Pike and shot, my mind instantly goes, lovely cyborg. Delightful. I mean, the pikes are my main concern, I think, because they are quite thin. I'm worried I might break one, but Check I'm cutting the correct side arm off. So I want... that one will do. Okay, so we've got arms, legs, body, head, backpack. And the reason I've picked that backpack, because of course. Okay, so okay, cool. Figuring out how things fit together. Having never done anything with any of these miniatures before. Okay, cool. It's relatively simple to put together. Ooh, strong glue. I think the only problem with hobbying as the... yeah, fair point, Longfang. Right, so I'm not doing that, because I'm going to do this. Oh, really, Pudlord? That's awesome! Best of luck, mate. Okay, so the Enoki Knights aren't attached at the waist. They're they've got a bit of a gap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to super glue that on. Hope that'll work. Sand it first. Actually, let's not use a good sandpaper for it. Oh, no worries, Longfang. I hope everything's okay. There we go. So, bit of the old gorilla. This music isn't stressful at all. Fair point, well made. What is it? It is quite intense, isn't it? Final Fantasy. Ah. So, I'm going to super glue that on. It looks so daft. It's so daft. I think that's a bit too tall, though. We don't want him to be mahoosive. So let's go there. There we go. Just a little torso extension. Samurai has more wood than I did. Bravo, Horizon. Oh, we're good 'un. Okay, and you know, might be too tall. A little too tall. Speaking of tall, did everybody see on Twitter the absolutely gorgeous bit of art that Shay had commissioned? That's Shayness, for anyone that didn't know. Of the Soulbound RP group that me and Longfang are in, which Shayness is DMing. Ooh. Oh, nope. Okay, this could be difficult. It's so cool. It's so, so pretty. I've actually got it in the art reel for these streams now as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pin the the cocktail stick so that the torso's got something to cling on to. My drill's right there. Hope this fucking works. I didn't get emotional about it. Yeah, me either. Definitely not. Didn't have a little cry. Honest. Okay, no. Seriously though, when Shayna presented it to us, in character, essentially, during our RP session on Monday, I muted myself so that I could cry without upsetting people. It's so pretty, and it was such a sweet thing. And the artist he commissioned, Christina Amoan, who is K Iragana A on Twitter, I think. Fucking brilliant artist. I've had stuff from her in the past. She's wonderful to work with, and she's so good. Yeah, she did an amazing job. But I hadn't realised until that picture just how much taller than everybody else my character is. Like, I'm 5'5", so by some folks' standards I'm quite short. I'm about average. But I do not understand how... Yeah, Aeth is fucking huge, and I had not realised. I do not understand how the tall folk live. Like, at all. I mean, Slow's 6'4"? That's taller than my self-esteem. Fucking mood, Horizon. Slow's like 6'4", and I don't understand how he functions. But anything past about... Probably past about 6 foot, to be honest with you, is all just the same height in my head. There's no difference. Conic is like 8 foot, I think. Mr. Thicket Shield. Please, Mr. Thicket Shield is his father. Yeah, Aethlandir is 10'3", and that doesn't include the horns. Antlers? Branches? He's a Colonel Hunter, he's a tree. He's basically a really aggressive ent. There's the torso. Okay, I've actually got a pilot marking on here already, so I don't need to worry about it. Because of the glue. I fucking love this. It's such a good medley. Branchless, yeah, that'll do. Oh yeah, he's a little wonky. Perfect. So what I'm thinking of doing as well, and please folks, let me know what you think to this idea, is having some of the cordyceps tendrils actually coming out of this guy's stomach. So where the skewer is. Just having a couple just wending their way out. Praise be masking tape. Nice one, Hans. I hope the painting's going well. Right. He looks so weird. I love it. It's so daft. So daft. So, Modhale suggested this earlier, and it's a genius idea. So I need to file his head down first. There we go. So I've got to cover his face up, but I'm also going to turn his headgear into like a little mushroom cap to really drive home the mushroomy nature of these guys. The elongated torso really gives me Dark Souls vibes, just subtly wrong. Yeah, I know, right? It's great! I feel like I'm going to have to put a disclaimer into the into TechSquig that's just like, yes, hobby is weird, we know this, please just carry on with your day. Oh yeah, Pudlord, that'd be fab. Like, I haven't played any Dark Souls or Demon Souls, and there is one specific reason for that. They look really difficult. I've heard they're really difficult, and I just want to enjoy the pretties. I mean, fair, Destroyer, this is kind of like a safe haven for weirdos. That was exactly what these streams were always supposed to be. There we go. Boop. As much as I skip those every time a 2 minutes to late night thing comes up in the jukebox, it's not because I don't want folks to hear it. That's why I tend to lag behind a little bit before I do it, because 2 minutes to late night are fucking awesome. If you like what they do, please do throw money at them, so that they can continue to do it, because especially during the pandemic, they've been a little bit strapped for cash. The Patreon's been keeping them going, just. I will be covering his face with something. I haven't decided what yet. Like, you're supposed to, for the Ashigaru, you're supposed to get, I think they're French, helmets, just to cover the faces. But I have a sack of skulls. Hang on. Miniature skulls. Just clarifying that. I'm weird, but I'm not that weird. Mostly. I have a sack of skulls! Yeah. This is just hobbies I have a random thing stream, isn't it? My big sack of skulls. I also have... Oh, I forgot about these. Okay, we're going to look at some of the fun stuff I have. Hide his face under a cluster of ivory bent. Oh, Modhale, you wizard. I love it. And I've got a fuck ton of mushrooms that you sent me, so I could totally do that. Oh, yeah, Longfang. Oh, so many options. Shit. Now I'm going to be crippled with indecision. Great. I could do 1 for 1 and oh. So many ideas. So little time. But before I do anything, I forgot I had these, so I'm going to show them to you all. Little tree stumps with angry faces. Isn't they neat? I can't even remember what I bought them for. I think I got them so that I could use them in Kingdom Death for my Flower Knight. Because I've got 2 Flower Knight miniatures. And one of them I bought a bell jar, and I was going to do like a mini diorama with the Flower Knight, because he's like in butterfly armour, in the bell jar. So I might use these for turnip and keep one of them back for the Flower Night diorama, which I still haven't built up the confidence to do. What else do I have in here? Some Necrons. From the first 40k thing I ever did. I had steampunk Necrons. I'm that person. Oh! And what box of bits is complete without a couple of dead Space Marines? And one that's struggling for his life. He's for something special. Another diorama that I haven't got the confidence to do yet. But I'm happy to talk about if people are interested. Because it'll be a long, long time before I do have the confidence to do it. And the likelihood is everyone will have forgotten by then, including me. Right. Skulls. Let's see what we've got. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? Necron looking like he's leaning on a bar saying something racist. Or he's just heard somebody say something racist and he's about to glass them. Oh well, that skull's on the floor now. What we got? Ah! Perfect. Okay, don't do what I'm about to do. Ever. I put a tiny bird skull in my mouth. I needed somewhere to put it. Oh, cool. Thank you very much, Cyborg. Okay. So this guy is going to have spooky bird skull face. Okay, so full disclosure, I bought the big box of Games Workshop skulls so that I could get the bird skulls for another project that I will probably never finish. I am very bad at sticking to my hobby projects. Okay. I'm keeping my fingers out of the way of this, just in case anyone watching is panicking. There we go. Don't need that bit. Can always go back to projects. This is true. This is very true. So, what I'm going to do, now that I've cut the back off of the bird skull, which I can't show you because it's too fucking small. Hang on. Oh shit, you see that there? That is a teeny tiny rare earth magnet, which has apparently come out of the packaging and got stuck to my tweezers. So please give me a second whilst I relocate the tiny magnet. That can go on the other tweezers. There you go. That's what I was thinking, Longfang. I really like this song. Hey Ray, how you doing? So I bought those magnets. I don't know if he's still lurking or if he's gone off to other duties, but I bought those magnets while I was working on a project for DMAC. Because the only time I ever finish a fucking project is when it's for someone else. For those that don't know, I made him a little desktop Hornet plushie from Hollow Knight for his birthday. And she's got magnets in her butt so that she can sit on his microphone stand. You know what? I'm gonna just take his head off because this will be easier that way. Look, I've got no other way of doing it. Don't tell me off. Just don't do it at home. You have no idea. So I was visions. Oh! Well, I know what I'm doing after the stream. This is not the sharpest thing ever. Watch party? Oh my god, yes. I'd be okay with that. I need to check if Slow wants to watch it though, because he'll be really upset if I watch it without him if he really wants to watch it. I think. I will have to ask him. Is it not the sharpest tool in the shed? No, it's not. Not the brightest button in the box. You know what I'm going to do? Because his face doesn't want to come off. There we go. Ha ha! Take that, face! Marvellous Hibs. No! Okay, didn't lose it. It's all good. I cut too much of his face off. It will need some green stuff. I want to take his face off. And gold stars, Mod Hell, for the reference to a beloved family favourite of House Squig from my youth. Really, Hans? Such a shame that I don't listen, isn't it? Instead I clipped him round the ears. Yeah, I did. Right. Oh, that's actually worked way better than I thought it would. Look at that. All I need now is to massage me green again. Yes, Ray, we were just talking about that. I'm quite excited. I really want to watch it. No, that's not enough. Okay, I'm gonna... Oops, sorry camera. I just heard a Slow. Hey, Slow.
What do I do?
I heard you moving and thought you were going to come and tell me off for overrunning.
It is getting late.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I'll finish doing what I'm doing and then food will happen, yes?
I fucking hope so.
Yes. Okay. Wait, you're cooking tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Thought I'd forgotten something then. Yeah, so I need to go and do the food thing and... Slow will be very mad if I don't go and do the food thing soon, so I will finish applying beak to face and then apply face to hello. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Enjoy your beaking.
And then apply face to dude, and then we'll call it there, I think. Oh shit, Slow?
Yeah?
Do you want to watch Visions?
No, why not?
If you responded then you did it quietly for the first time in your life. Well, that was a lack of response. Let's try that again. You know what? I'm going to leave that bit of green stuff there as like a shoot coming out of his head. New What If is also up. Ooh, what's the new one? Lack of response means watch party. I mean, I'm okay with that. I've got to eat first, though. Yeah. Yep, okay. Here goes Nout. Ah. There we go. God, that looks haunting. Something about Thor. Oh, really? That could be interesting. Yeah, I agree, Ray. Some of them have been a bit hit and miss, but they have all been reasonably enjoyable. I really like just a little tendril poking out of his head. Just one little tendril. Perfectly upsetting. Yeah, I'm loving this. This is exactly my kind of... So... Okay. Has he got in his hand? I may have picked the wrong hand. I'll figure that out another time. I'm going to leave him like that for now. I'm just going to leave him in this deeply unsettling, half-finished state. I quite like him. It is a very funky backpack, isn't it, Longfang? I love how unsettling he looks. This is grand. Okay, I'm just gonna put him back here and let him have a little nap, and let's check on Lieutenant Practice. Oh yes, much better, much more solid, much more sturdy. Should be able to have a poke around with that tomorrow whilst I watch streams after work. But yeah, I'm very excited about all this. This is a lot of fun. I'm going back to the Tree Lord on Friday as promised, but I suspect I may be doing some of this tomorrow evening. So I may have slightly more troops next time I do Turnip on stream. Before I bugger off, you get to look at my face now, and I'm sorry about that. I am very excited about this. I just want to reiterate for folks, if you've enjoyed what you've seen tonight, you can get into this relatively cheaply. All of the resources that you need to support you in figuring out what to do are available for free on the creator's Patreon. If somebody could do the thank you very much, Mod Hell. Link is in the chat. It's a lot of fun. You can play around. You can, just do whatever you want. And that is so refreshing. So if you've enjoyed it, please do give it a look. Even if you don't want to get into the miniature side of things, there's people that do turnip art, there's people that do little short stories and stuff. There's a whole world there to explore depending on what kind of creative you are. And that's great as well. I've had so much fun with this just because I get to play around and do weird shit. Oh yeah, Hibbs, you'll love it. Yeah. I hope folks have enjoyed this. Because I really, really have. It's been a nice change of pace from dealing with the Tree Lord. I love the Tree Lord, I do. But I've been working on him for a while now, so it's nice to have a breather, And to just play. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what miniatures are all about? It's a chance to play and to escape. And to have fun. And that's what it should be. It should be fun. If you don't feel like you're having fun with it, then maybe it's time to find a different way to have fun. You should do things that make you happy. I know, Modeo. Well, thanks, Longfang. I am really, really excited about this, and I'm having a lot of fun, and I love sharing this stuff with you folks. I really do. Like, if I could do this every day, I would. Really, really would. Because in this time of darkness, make your own light. Exactly, Ray. And I do try to. Yeah. This has been so much fun, and I really, really appreciate you all being here with me whilst I've been butchering miniatures. So, yeah, I just wanted to thank you all and to remind you that you can get into this really cheaply, really easily. A couple of people have approached me since I started talking about Turnip on Twitter, mostly privately, which is interesting, to say that they want to get into it, but they have no idea where to start, and they're really daunted by it because it looks very daunting from the outside. But I hope if you folks are in the stream tonight and you've seen this, that you feel a little less daunted by it now, because it's so freeing. It's so much fun. Like, I don't know the fucking lore for this thing. I know they're basically zombies and that there's some stuff with roots and shit like that, but that's all I know, and that's all I need to know. I don't feel like I have to invest additional research time into this, and I feel like I can just do what I want with it, and that's so good. I do, Ray. I do. And it's fun. Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is new things are scary. Especially when you see other people doing them and being so good at them, and you feel like maybe you can never be that good. But, one, you can. Just like with anything else, it takes practice, it takes time. And 2, doesn't fucking matter anyway. As long as you enjoy what you're doing, that's what matters. And in case you hadn't noticed, I've really enjoyed this. Even though it looks like I've got a mole with tree feet. Works for me. And maybe it works for you too. Anyway. Let's go to the ending soon screen before I babble any further and before Slow gets angry at me. Who have we got that's live? Oh, okay. We're gonna go over to Tank Pot Zoe today. Zoe is doing some hobby stuff, so we're going from one hobby stream to another. I'm not quite sure what she's working on, but it feels like we should carry this happy hour into somebody else's bar. Thank you again, everybody, for coming along today. I hope you've had a good time. I have. That was obvious, wasn't it? And as always, thank you so much for supporting me. I really do appreciate it. Sometimes feel like I don't deserve it. Or you lot, you're all fab. So thank you for being here with me. I will be back on Friday, working on the Tree Lord. We'll be getting some more paint on him. And then over the weekend we'll have some more Backbone on Saturday. And the last day of the Tentacle on Sunday. Exciting. And then I hope to see you all again. And until I do see you next, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Wash your fucking hands. And say hi to Zoe for me. Have a good week, folks. Bye.